Hello guys, welcome back to another video, and today I will be teaching you how to make a YouTube thumbnail. Now if you already have your YouTube thumbnail ready and you just want to know how to post it, skip ahead to the time showing on screen right now, but if you want to learn how to make the thumbnail, then just keep watching the video. So if you're going to use the website that I use to make thumbnails, you're going to want to go to canva.com and then make an account on there. That's basically the site that I use to make all these thumbnails that you've seen on the screen right here. And you may not have seen all of them because some of them were live streams that I eventually deleted. But you just want to go to canva.com, make an account there, and then you'll be good. So next you're going to want to go and click Custom Dimensions. And then you're going to want to set the dimensions to 1920 by 1080. And that will basically allow it to be a full screen thumbnail and cover up the whole icon. So now you should open up to a page here. And if you want a more in-depth tutorial of how to use canva.com, then just comment down below if you want to see that. But I'm just going to go over what I do right now. So first, for the background, I'll go to Uploads, and then I usually upload a new image. And that image I'm going to have set for the background of the actual thumbnail. Now sometimes I'll just use something like a gradient or just a plain color, but here I'm just going to show you how to import an image from your computer and then you just add it to the background. So here it's finished loading up. Now we're just going to take it and drag it onto the actual screen. And if you move it around, you should be able to see that if you just place it like that, it's just going to cover up part of the screen. But what you can also do, you can pull it more towards the edge of the screen, and that will automatically put it in full screen, covering the whole background. So there you can just let go, now it's your background. Next, I might want to add another image like this grass block, so I can just bring that in. You can import as many images as you want and put that on there, but I'm not going to add those. So now to actually add the words onto the screen, you're going to want to first have a background for those words, because if you don't, you might not be able to see them more, and just having a background to it will make it pop. So what I usually do is I go down here to Gradients. You can click all, see all of them, but I'll just choose one of these for the background. And don't worry about the colorations of them, because you can always change that later. You just want to look at which shape you'd rather have. So I'll just take this one, and I'll just drag it onto the screen like that. I can move it, place it wherever I want. I can resize it. And so you can just play around with that, see where you want it to be. And once you have it set in the position that you want, now that I have it there, I'm going to go over here to text, and I'm going to actually put some of the text on the screen. So normally I'll just add a heading, and that'll make the words actually big and be like a heading for your thumbnail. Sometimes I'll add a subheading, which will basically make the word smaller and you can have it like underneath. But I wouldn't recommend putting a little body of text because it's a thumbnail. People are never going to actually read through that. So all I had to do is click add a heading, and now I'll just put it on the screen for you. I'm just going to delete all of that text. So now you can just type in whatever you want your heading to be. As you can see here, I'm adding a live stream thumbnail for my Minecraft live streams. And so now that I have the words, I'm just going to highlight it all. And now you might be wondering how you change the font, color, and size. So to change the font, you're going to click on that drop-down menu. And you're going to go and choose whatever font you want. I usually go with one of these two fonts, as you can see here me choosing. And then if you go over here to this 42 drop-down menu, you can choose whatever size you want, or you can add a custom size by just typing it in. So I'm going to go and have it at size 80. I'm going to move up the text a little bit just so that's more centered on the gradient. You know what, now let's make it a little bigger. So I'll just highlight this once again. Go back up here. I can change it. Let's go 85. Nah, probably a little bigger. Alright, so I'm going to keep it at that at 90 now. Just put it there. And now I want to change the actual color of the text. So what you're going to do is you're going to highlight the whole thing again. Then you'll go up to this where it shows an A and then a color spectrum underneath. You're just going to go over there, and then it'll pop up a menu of a bunch of different colors. And you can go with one of those default colors that you saw, or if you click the plus, you can add a custom color however you want it. For now, I'm just going to go with one of the default colors. So as you can see, it shows it now, But you might be wondering, well, you can't really see the text because of the colors of the gradient. So now I'm going to show you how to actually change the colors of the gradient. So what you're going to want to do is click on the gradient so that's selected. And then if you look up kind of towards the top left, right up here, you'll see crop, flip, and then you'll see a bunch of colors. Those colors there are the colors in the gradient. So you can change those colors however you want, just like you're changing the color of the text. So for these, I'm going to go with a custom color because I kind of want to make it look like a Minecraft grass block. Alright, so now I have the colors that I want it to be. And well, if you want to add anything more here, you can add more. But I'm just going to go and keep it like that. And by adding the gradient on the side there, you can actually see the background pretty well. So now that you're done with your thumbnail, and you can customize it however more you want, this is just an example of one, there's one more thing you're going to want to do. And so you might see on some of my thumbnails that kind of pops a little more than other thumbnails might. And how I do that is when I'm not selected on anything, I go over to adjust and you'll see all these different adjustments here. Now, by changing some of these, it'll add more pop to your actual thumbnail. So I'm just going to show you the settings that I go with. So for brightness, I put to about -7. Contrast, I have it at about 8. Saturation, I bring up to about 17. And then finally, I take the blur down to about -22. And if you can see here, that allowed the thumbnail to have more pop to make it look a little sharper. And that way it'll stand out more to people who are just scrolling through their recommended or their videos, and they see your thumbnail and they're going to recognize it more easily because it's going to pop and be looking a little more sharp than other thumbnails. So now that you're done, you're going to want to go publish, and then you'll click download. Now you can have the file size be anything you really want. If you have a good computer with lots of space and you really want the thumbnail to look great, you can go with a PNG. But if you just want it to be looking still good but not as big of a file, you can just do a JPEG. And so I'm going to go with a JPEG. And then you'll just click download. And this will just download it onto your computer. And so now that that's done, you can just get out of that. And you can go over to your file explorer. If you go under downloads, it'll be right there at the top. So now that you've done all that, I'll show you here how to actually put it onto your YouTube video. So you'll click on custom thumbnail, and then if you go back into downloads, it'll be right there. So you can just click on it and open that up. And by doing that, it'll upload onto the actual video so that when people see your video, it'll be all finished. And you can see how once this is done, you can just click publish at the top, post the YouTube video, and you'll be able to see that is actually going to be your thumbnail. Anyways, that's all for today's video. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, leave a like and comment down below what other types of videos you would like to see me make. And other than that, that's pretty much all I have to say. See ya. That's the life of a spooky boy.